Alright, today we're having a look at the Jungle Woods by Jazz Omega. Alright, so here we are in the Jungle Woods by Jazz Omega. Very unusual level select page, I have to say. There was a story about a banana attacking a father who had attacked the banana. I don't really understand what was going on. Were we supposed to be able to get those score bubbles? Now I'm kind of questioning that. Now, the level did say that it's kind of more of a focus on environment, which is kind of cool if it works out. I do appreciate that there is, at least thus far, a little bit of gameplay going on along with the decorative elements. I don't mind eye candy levels. I think eye candy levels can be quite nice, but I would like to have a bit more gameplay going on. Now, I wonder what this is. Okay, so... Okay, that's cool. I feel like I missed something there. I just missed something that was going to kill me. Good to know, good to know. We've got this... That was probably my fault. I'm not 100% sure. I think that was my fault, though. It's good I've got these armbands on, or else I probably wouldn't be able to see my character, and that would be an issue. Now, I don't really like the R1 there. I mean, it just seems so out of place, is the thing. But that's fine. We're just gonna enjoy ourselves, enjoy this nice music, enjoy this really cool environment. Can I get back down? Okay, thank God. No! What? Like, what's going on there? Did they forget to put a kind of a backgroundy thing there? Perhaps. That was weird, and also we're very far away. That's... oh, crumbs. Crumbs! Hi! My fault, and yet at the same time I feel kind of betrayed. Just kind of betrayed, not super betrayed, but kind of betrayed. Not having a death dealie there, just to kind of move the level along a little bit more quickly, I do think is a bit of an issue that we'll probably end up talking about in the hub. And what is going on with those? I don't know. I don't know. It was not my decision to make. They're just there to tease you, I guess. Maybe if you want the points badly enough to die, you can just take them. Oh, we hardly got anywhere in the level. Gosh. Gosh. I would like to use stronger language, but mostly stronger language directed at myself. Alright, we got our boots again. We go up, and... oh, crumbs! That's, we're gonna have to talk about this back at the hub, but we'll see you there. See yas! And we're back! And the Jungle Woods by Jazz Omega, and I'd say it's a kind of a softer yellow square. There aren't really major issues with the level. It is a bit of a slighter level, but we know that's not always really a big deal. There's just kind of a few things in there that I felt maybe needed a little bit of polish. Now, as the title screen tells us, it's more of an environmental level, although there was certainly gameplay, and that gameplay for the most part, it kept us moving along, and it didn't feel too clunky, which I appreciated an awful lot, but really a lot of the focus is on the environment, and for the most part, I really did like that environment. I think the low lights really helped the level a lot. Changes in lighting as you go through the level as well were pretty solid on and helped sell a little bit of a mood to the level. Some of the things that I didn't quite like about the environment, one, I think the signage was really out of place for what Jazz Omega was trying to do here. You've got like big sticker panel signage like the R1 to tell you to use the boost boots or to grab things. The different arrows that popped up in the level, although I did like that neon arrow a little bit, even if it was out of place, but like the sticker panel arrows I thought were a little bit off. I think that probably some of those were unnecessary, that the player could have probably figured out what they were supposed to be doing in those areas without the signs being present. So that was one issue that I had. The other was that there's a fairly significant part of the visual field at the very, very end of the level where you could see the total background, and it doesn't really match what the level has done thus far. I'm not really sure why Jazz Omega didn't block that off with some material. It didn't have to be hugely decorated material, but just maybe some stone or something to block out that background, because I don't think that background really added an awful lot to the level, if we're going to be 100% honest. Now, one gameplay element, not gameplay element exactly, but level issue element that we found in the video, and I was able to replicate as a problem, was that you can jump out of layer and drop yourself out of the level. Now, the weird thing was that that was the only area I found I was able to do that. In other places, either maybe it was blocked off, or what, I don't know, but I wasn't able to actually jump out of layer that way, except for in that one spot. It dropped us all the way to the bottom of the creation floor, and there's nothing you can do from that point. Doesn't really, there's no way to get back up without popping yourself. That's a pretty easy one to fix. You can turn off dropping forward from layers. You can turn off dropping forward from platforms in the... I'm going to have to look it up now. It's one of the toggles in the world settings when you're doing create mode. So that might be something that you would like to do, Jazz Omega. Now I feel really bad because I can't remember where to find that selection. Otherwise, the only other gameplay element that we see in the level is the boost boots bit. I do wish that had been a little bit longer, or maybe just a little bit more expanded on. It's really, really very short. You do need the boost boots for that section. There's no other way, because the jumps are too tall for Sack Thing to actually be able to do. But like just a little bit more with the boost boots, if we were going to include the extra power up in the level, I think would not have been a bad idea. I like the wind bit that we saw. I don't know if the timer is 100% necessary. Again, thinking about signage and how naturalistic that you want the environment to look. If you're going for one of these more environmentally focused levels, maybe we don't want to have the logic clearly on view like that. But still, it is fun to have that bit of an effect there. It's kind of interesting though, because we've got an earlier like wind environmental effect that doesn't actually lift the Sack Thing character, and that might have been a good way to foreshadow what was going to be coming up later, so that we wouldn't need to use the timer to indicate to the player what's going to be going on. If we had the platforms with more of a gap in between them in that early section, and then have the wind carry the Sack Thing up to the next level, that could have been one way to kind of warn the player, oh, this is what we're going to be doing, this is what this effect is going to have. But still, all in all and overall, it's a nice level, it's a short level, it looks pretty cool, it's very, very chill. You're probably not going to die, or at least not going to die too much, I think, unless you kind of screw things up like I did, but that's really more on me, I think, and not that much on the level. But I had a good time with it, and it's still got only about 180 plays, 97 completions, so we're almost at like a 50% completion rate. Definitely give it a shot while it's still relatively fresh, and get on the bandwagon for a level that's pretty fun. Jazz Omega, I think you did a pretty good job here. I would love to see a little bit more from you in the future, but thank you so much for the effort that you put into bringing this creation to us. And I think that pretty much does it for us here at this Go About. So from me, Bisco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.